world marked by sandy land masses amidst huge oceans, Savareen was home to the prosperous and invaluable Bish refinery. Lee Independent Factory, which specialised in fuel processing, was located on the secluded and windswept Narcotic Coast, near a spaceport absent from all Imperial records. Such seclusion, unfortunately, failed to protect the plant from a ransacking at the hands of Crimson Dawn, and while the Savareen took great care to restore the once great refinery, even using the shelled ruins as shelter against the elements, its subsequent operations were purposefully kept small. Because of this, the remote world was favoured by criminals and smugglers alike, all of whom brought valuable minerals from the many mines found on Kessel. Forced to live a simple yet resourceful existence, the Savareen people subsisted on both ocean plants and shellfish. They even made a rather large income, at least until the construction of the Bish refinery, from homemade brandy, distilled from sea grapes and known for worlds around. The famous export cemented Savareen as expert manufacturers, but that's not to say their deeply spiritual and religious nature was overshadowed or went at all unnoticed. For example, rock pylons known as soul teeth were used to memorialise those lost in Crimson Dawn and Pike Syndicate-led coastal attacks. They were also used to anchor Savareen souls back to the planet's beaches, becoming at one with the tides of the oceans. Savareen's scattered villages were thought to have been the result of a long-lost colony from the Galactic Republic's dark past, at least according to outsiders. Regardless, the picturesque planet was populated by fascinating, if not bizarre, humans. Take these 7 names for example. Kreisgeld Dartis. Serving as a keen-eyed lookout, it was up to Kreisgeld Dartis to determine whether or not incoming starships posed a threat to his people. If so, he silently prompted a tap-code comlink that temporarily forced Savareen into burrows and cove shallows alike. Vimasto Magia. An elder of the Narcotic Coast village, Vimasto Magia witnessed heartbreaking tragedy after heartbreaking tragedy, and so she oversaw the rebuilding of the Bish refinery in an attempt to lift the spirits of her people. Taraji Kutsme. Taraji Kutsme, gifted with the eye beyond the waves, was a seer with apparent clairvoyance, so much so that she blessed both newborns and relationships to ensure good fortune. Kenholt Ransard. Known as the most spiritual Savareen, Kenholt Ransard used his skills as a distiller as well as a particular technique for cultivating sea grapes to produce the aforementioned brandy that became renowned by aficionados across the galaxy. Yerpa Garrigan. Yerpa Garrigan, easily the best name so far, brokered landing rights and trade deals with the scoundrels who came to visit her beloved planet. She also ensured services provided by the resurrected Bish refinery were traded for food, technology, textiles, and or medicine, not Imperial credits. Rosa Malko. Designated to supervise and maintain the windmill generators and desalination moisture vaporators that dotted the Savareen coastlines, Rosa Malko ensured her people were provided with power and clean water. Dowa Reparid. Dowa Reparid was often labelled as having the easiest job on the entire planet by his fellow Savareen, and while the combination of regular blue skies and few landing pads to oversee often saw him drift away into many a daydream, the air traffic controller was never far away from incoming starships. With that being said, Savareen and its inhabitants left a rather large and undeniable imprint upon the galaxy far, far away. But which planet introduced in solo a Star Wars story do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. If you've learned something new from today's video, be sure to leave a like. To help out the channel that little bit extra, please do consider pledging to our Patreon page, and for all things inside Star Wars, press that subscribe button and notification bell. Thanks for watching.